The land blooms at your return.
Have you talked to any of our new...
And I tried speaking to Silence, but apparently our tribal prattle is unnecessary.
How's Aaron doing?
For a moment there, he thought he'd lost both you and Varl. But he never truly succumbed to despair. Guess that Oseram's stubbornness comes in.
Anything interesting?
Aaron told us how you tracked down the Oseram supplying Regala with machines. In fact, he's quite adamant about relating the tale. But I can tell it meant a lot that you asked.
I wouldn't have been able to track them. Have you met our new Quen guest?
I could barely keep up as she gave herself a tour. Varl gave her a new focus, though when he told her she was free to access all the data we have here, she turned so pale I thought she'd faint on the spot. We showed her to the archive room so she could... She hasn't left the place.
That sounds like all of it. How are things with everyone?
Slightly quieter. Aaron's been busy scouring data on his newest obsession. Apparently the old ones wrestled machines as some kind of performance. Called it metal versus meat. A must-see battle between steel and flesh, as Aaron likes to put it. You'd think we have enough of that going around.
Ready to head over to the...
Whatever comes.
You look like you have something on your mind.
We're going to war soon, and war is something I promised myself I'd... But... every voice I hear, it makes me realize just how much fighting for that gift, if we fail...
Helps to know you're not...
For a moment there.
I don't know what you're talking about. Read anything interesting lately?
I found out the old ones use leaf infusions, like the Utaru do. Apparently it helped soothe that and some sort of scented wax plus something called bubble bath. I think I'll stick to.
Thoughts on our new...
I'd say she smells like death, but even death smells... She's more like a cold piece of metal.
She's... I should get going.
Let us know when...
Did you need something? Bravo. You managed to sway a Zenith to your side.
Not a chance. I thought you said the weapon was ready.
There's always room to up, but that's not why you're here. I assume you want to comprehend my undertaking.
Since when were you...
Since you turned this into a waiting game. Modest success.
Okay, so your big plan. Everything you've been Let me see if I got this straight. You learned about the Zeniths from Hades when you interrogated it. Then you came up with a plan to defeat them by using a Tenakth army and that weapon. And to get the Tenakth to fight for you, or rather the Sons of Prometheus, armed Regala's rebels with override tech.
Did you have an actual question, or are you still playing catch-up?
So all this time, even before I found the coordinates at the Spire, why couldn't you just tell me?
When I learned of the Zenith's return to Earth, I laid out my plans. I knew I would one day require an army of overzealous Tenakth to assault the Zenith base. The casualties would be extreme. And I knew you would never allow such a sacrifice, no matter how necessary. Thus, I devised a means to remove your interference from the equation at the Hades Proving Lab.
Why create the Sons of Prometheus? You didn't need a Sarah to make override tech.
They were a necessary safeguard. My eclipse demonstrated the risks of getting directly involved. Through the Sons of Prometheus, I could execute all while remaining
except to a Sarah. How did you get a Sarah to work for you?
I knew there was an associate of the Oseram tinker, Durval, who escaped his failed assault on Meridian. It was trivial to track her down and to gain her cooperation. She wanted to succeed where Durval had failed.
So you promised her Regala, and the Tenakth. The Sarah would help you create a machine-riding army, and wanted to see Meridian burn as much as she did.
And so a partnership was born out of thirst for blood, bonded in mutual self-interest.
You think you had everything figured out, huh?
I did.
You wanted me to surrender to the Zenith at the Hades Proving Lab. They almost killed me.
Based on everything I knew about them, I concluded they would find you a useful asset. thereby keeping you out of harm's way and, more importantly, out of my way.
So you really didn't know they had their own clone of Elizabeth?
No. Unfortunately, there was no way I could have known that particular detail.
Detail? Well, I guess if it wasn't for that, we wouldn't be here today. Tell me about the weapon. How does it work?
I've upgraded the delivery system. It now emits a wave-like effect covering a significant distance.
That doesn't fully answer my question.
No, but I'd be a fool to reveal its inner workings. After all, why did you withhold your plan for dealing with the Zenith drones? Yes, even you can appreciate the value of secrecy when warranted. Suffice it to say that the weapon will work. The intricacies of how is knowledge that is mine alone.
Why help Regala take over? If you wanted an army, you could have just gone to Hekarro.
Before Regala's rebellion, Hekarro was only concerned with battling machines and fostering friendships with Akarja. Even if I gained his ear, he would never agree to send his forces to battle a threat he couldn't understand.
So helping a bloodthirsty exile was easier?
Yes, exceedingly so. All Regala craved was war against the Karja and anyone who threatens the Tenakth. She would have led the tribe into battle without question, which was precisely what I needed.
While I was out there, I had a couple run-ins with the Quen.
The tribe from across the ocean.
Their entire tribe was shaped around the disc. One of them, Alva, even joined. Don't you want to know more about?
No. They stumbled upon the greatest from the ancient world, and they shrouded the knowledge they unearthed in creating a pantheon out of corp.
Yes, well...
Did it now?
So those run-ins with the Quen, on one of them I teamed up with their expedition. We found Pharaoh at the end.
You must have needed Omega clearance. So, what was it like?
Worse than you can imagine.
He single-handedly wiped out collective human knowledge. I'm sure it was still less than...
Let me guess. You would have scraped him into a... like what you did with Hades.
For a start.
Alright, Silence. I think I've talked to you long enough. I'll let you know when it's time. And I don't need the two of you.
Yeah. I wonder if you understand. For someone to live as long as she had, well, your goals may...
Yeah.
Survival is only a necessity. I'd hoped you'd recognize.
Do you know something, or...
Oh, I know a great deal of things.
Oh, a feeling. You mean you find...
Yeah.
There you are. Well done, Aloy. Despite my reservations, you're truly a shining example of Liz's fortitude.
I've been thinking about what you said at your house. How you were friends with Elizabeth. It was more than that, wasn't it?
Perceptive as ever. You're right, we were together for a time.
Okay, so...
I was an orphan. By my 30s, I was starting to wonder if that was simply my fate, and then I met Liz. It says we'd have coffee at some point. I thought it was just shop talk, but then I was surprised. Soon we were flying halfway across the world every other... For the first time, I didn't feel lonely. I think Liz felt the same way. She had lost her mother a few years back, but as time passed, it seemed as though...
So helping me. Restoring Elizabeth.
A second chance, yes. I made a mistake leaving Earth while Liz stayed behind. So when I saw you, beyond even what made Liz, I knew I had to help you.
You said before that you're not like the other Zeniths. That you never were. But you went along with all of their plans.
Out of necessity. I'm not proud of it. Both when Earth was consumed and when the colony on Sirius was... I did what I had to. But I resolved to try to undo what damaged, hence the data channel with Beta. And the little trick I pulled to save you.
Why did you make the data channel look like...
I built that house as a shelter to a safe place, not just for me. Cultural artifacts of, truly, some of the greatest achievements of human.
And you wanted Beta?
Yes. I thought if she could experience Vermeer, it would bring something, a heritage, every bit as valuable. Data being dropped. I'm sorry I had to cut off contact, but she needed its shelter.
Why do you think Elizabeth...
I've wondered that for She was brilliant. She cared so deeply for the world. But it also felt like she kept everyone at arm's. She never wanted to share her burdens. I think, in the end, she had a core that she never let. Sometimes I wonder if anyone really knew.
I found a recording of you and Elizabeth after Farzineth's attempt to steal...
Yes.
She said something after... I think she regretted how things ended between...
Did she? All this time, thank you for telling. I've always hated that those were the last words, and that her last impression of me was as a not who I truly am.
When it's time to break into the Zenith base...
I'll go over the full layout once you've assembled your... Suffice it to say, we will need to push as fast as possible, dealing with heavy resistance along the way. There are also printing facilities where the others have been the natural resources they've stripped.
What for?
First for use in the base's infrastructure, and then to fabricate. It's a small army of them.
When I was out in the wilds, I saw a shuttle take off from the island, heading for...
It was likely ferrying materials to and from our ship in orbit. After hundreds of years... comforts, the ship was barely space. Disaster can strike at any moment.
Have you figured out how...
No, and he's been very careful. I'll admit it bothers me, but regardless of how it functions, I am confident it will deactivate the other shield.
How many of them are in the...
10, including air. Only a handful.
So, Eric...
I believe he got worse over time. On Earth, he was the founder of a band of even as government. He found success with clientele that there were also rumors that he personally, all for the thrill of it. But on Sirius, he retreated to in them, he could go on rampages as violent, though I suspect with...
All of his tribe believes he was one of the greatest...
Then they would be quite disappointed, though I'm sure he'd bat.
What can you tell me about...
He was the head of the world's largest, and as such, had dealings with almost... It made him one of the wealthiest people on... And certainly, the wealthiest among Fars...
What does one person...
Buy more power, more... Gerard's always believed him able to maintain control, but beneath that exterior, it was his decision to restrict Betas, the avatars of the Apollo, while we were painted.
Well, we'll deal with him soon enough.
I would very much like...
When I was in the ruins of Vegas... I found data on a man named... I think he was a Zenith.
Stanley. Ever the optimist. When we established our colony, he built an exact... Lights, shows, gambling, and while others cloistered themselves, he flung his doors wide to every...
The way you're talking about him.
No, he perished. He would have been thrilled to discover that.
When Beta escaped and hid in... I saw another one of the Zeniths. Who was she?
A dull star amidst a sea of brighter constellations. Unlike most of Farzin, amassed their wealth. Verbena in her father had achieved great success at age 24, branding herself someone who leverages.
What?
In a way, yes.
Well, she must have done something.
She was her own brand, but even rats.
Okay.
An array of the wealthiest people.
And let me guess. All selfish and ruthless.
Most, but not all. Annika Murjani, for instance. She founded the successful... And I are... Others like Devin, his only real preoccupations when I think about all of them.
Okay.
I'll be here, and thank you, Ayla. My path more than one. I see Liz's dream fulfilled.
Maybe we can make it happen.
We will.
I see you've got your new arm ready to go.
Yes. It still feels strange. I've gotten used to the absence, but no matter. I'm sure I will need it before the attack on the Zenith base is through. Finally, you've returned.
Anything new going on?
The Quen has been more insistent than usual. Her pursuit of knowledge.
Just think of her like...
Yes.
Did Aaron tell you we found the people who rebels the power to...
He told me of... I suggested he etch this victory on his fight.
Is he...
He didn't say no.
I bet people are curious.
None more than our Quen Al. She couldn't wait to take it apart. I gave her the data I used to, hoping I would...
Good luck with that. I should go.
You leave her.
Aloy, you flew? Kotalo told me, and took out Regala's machines? You know what? I don't even know why I'm surprised. I saw we have visitors, and a new weapon. Does this mean we're ready to take the fight to the Zeniths?
Almost.
Oh, and I wanted to give you this, for helping me get the data on Leviathan. I didn't really know what to give you, so I asked Zoe what you might like.
Thanks, Alva. Are you okay?
I was wondering, is it really safe having someone like Regala here? She seems angry. The kind of angry that leads to murdering people in their sleep.
Don't worry. We're going to point that anger in the right direction. The Zeniths.
If you say so.
I hope our new guests have been behaving.
This Silence, he's the one who built the weapon that can take down Zenith shields?
He is. Though I wouldn't expect him to answer. He refuses to dole out his secrets to us lesser mortals.
Oh.
You know that special part of us that makes us warm, kind, welcoming?
Our spirit?
Yeah. He was born without that. How are you holding up?
Varl's loss is heavy on... I didn't know him well. Zoe and Aaron seem... but I don't quite know what to say.
They need time.
And what about you?
I don't know. We won't let the Zeniths get away with...
Everyone's ready to take the fight to the...
And you?
Nervous? But I'm ready too.
Don't worry. We'll get through this together. Anything new around here?
Kotal? I recall reading about robotic limbs within the Legacy, but I never thought I'd see one in action. Technology like that would be treasured back home. Think of what it could do for injured workers or soldiers. But knowing the Imperial family, they would use it for...
Replacing body parts as they grow older.
Exactly.
So, all of the tribes here are...
Yes. I've been studying up on that. The most fascinating one thus far has been the Tanakh, an entire culture based on the holograms of an ancient... There's much they've misinterpreted, but still, there's a nobility to what they've become. They're...
And deadly. You sure you're okay going on this mission? I know things must be happening pretty...
I've already braved oceans and madmen who thought they were ancestors. Why not a few immortals with lethal drug?
Guess the more the... I suppose you saw that Tilda is here.
I almost went up to her to ask her, well, every question I've ever... Every diviner I know would kill to get 5 minutes. But now that she's here, all I feel is a vague unease. I don't know if I'm scared of finding out more, probably both.
Have you looked through the data we...
There is much to sort, but I believe we'll be able to get it operational and turn back the floods. And I've given more thought to everything we've... The Overseers would have us believe they were infallible paragons, but Pharaoh wasn't. Not even. His greed led to machines that devoured the archive of the Old One's knowledge destroyed, just to erase his mistakes. So, when we learned that Eileen had a hand, and I started to think they were all the same. But, in the end... The truth isn't a straight line of ink on a crisp. It's a splatter, smudge. I wish more Quen could see that. We're twisting the truth.
I doubt Bohai would...
No. As Eileen said, it's easy, but it's worth fighting. And this diviner, at least, won't...
I need to...
I'll be ready.
Okay. Maybe it's time to get everyone together so Tilda can brief us. But is there anything I should handle before that? All right, people. I need you up in the control room, right away. Okay, everyone. We all know what's at stake. Beta, Gaia. Not to mention life on Earth. Now, it might seem like the Zeniths are invincible, but they're not. We've got what it takes to break into their base and defeat them. We even have one of them on our side. Tilda, show us the base.
It is constructed atop the ruins of an ancient military facility on an island to the southwest. I can get us inside. To this location. Undetected.
How exactly?
You'll know when you need to. Once inside, our goal will be this structure. The launch tower. Gaia and Beta are being held at the top. But along the way, we will face overwhelming resistance. Most importantly from Gerard, Eric, and the others. But also...
Once I take away their shields, we should be able to deal with them. But it will be easier to deploy the device if someone else is carrying it. I'll need a strong back.
Carry stuff? Yeah, I can do that.
Even if your device works, there will still be Spectre drones, scores of them.
If only we had an army to fight them.
I've got that under control. You'll know when you need to. All right. We'll meet up again just before we go in. Where's the best place to rendezvous?
On the coast, just across from the island. Once there, I'll show you the way.
Okay. I'll let you know when I arrive at the rendezvous point. And then you can join me. In the meantime, do whatever you need to prepare. Understood? You two? A minute? Tilda helped me get in touch with Beta, and she told me something important. There's an installation inside the base. It's called a regulator. Here. Once we're inside, I need you two to split off from everyone else and destroy it. So you'll have to bring explosives. This will help stop the drones. Everything depends on it. Are you with me? After that, I want you to find a way to infiltrate the Zenith network.
How?
Go over all the data that Beta left behind. She knew how to do it, I'm sure of that.
All right. But why? What am I trying to do?
Find information about the Zeniths. Anything Tilda's not telling us. Silence is right about one thing. There's no way we can take her on her word.
I'll do my best.
Keep her safe, okay?
On my life.
Simon's weapon to the Zenith base in...
We're finally doing this.
Never thought I'd be off on a mission to take down a bunch of immortals from the stars. I can hear the drinking songs already.
Varl made the right call. You know, bringing you here.
Thanks. Yeah, Varl. You know, I never knew he had a sister. I found out a few days before you guys went to Gemini. I was, well, to be honest, so he sat me down for a drink. Just one, like Vala, Ursa.
You know, we never did get that drink you promised, and you never told me exactly how your sister...
I guess we never got around to it.
If that one's not working right, you can...
Yeah, little bugger's got some person. He's saved my butt a couple of times now. You know, besides it...
Wouldn't want to spoil your... You think it's time for us to finally have that drink?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, of course. Oh.
So, how did Ursa escape Mad Sun King Jiran's palace?
Well, first she had to survive the Sun Ring. See, during the war, the Karja threw a prisoner a day in there. And, you know, for what? To die as sacrifices, fighting machines in a pit. Thinking somehow that was gonna appease all the other deranged machines in the world? Ha! And when it was Ursa's turn, the Karja thought she'd go down if they threw a big machine at her.
Oh, but she didn't.
And she defeated all of them. Even got some of Jiran's kestrels for good measure. And the Mad Sun King was impressed, I guess. Thought it'd be funny to have her run around his palace as a servant. He enjoyed humiliating her that way.
I remember you telling me something about that. That's how she met Avad. He helped her escape.
Yeah, but what no Karja scroll will ever tell you is how the young prince snuck Ursa out of the palace. He knew their best chance was to get Ursa to blend in, so he got her everything she needed to disguise herself as a Karja noblewoman. Yeah, perfumes, veils, and all.
I get the feeling she wasn't too happy with that.
Oh man, Ursa would have rather fought her way out of that palace with her bare hands than put on all of that Karja eye paint. But Avad insisted it was the only way, so she agreed under one condition. Avad had to dress up as well.
She made Avad dress up like a noblewoman?
As perfumed and powdered as a babe. Ursa said he looked better like that than he ever did in a crown.
That would, definitely make for an interesting sight.
Oh, it worked like a charm, too. Not only did they make it out of the palace, they paid a traveling merchant to get Ursa to the border, and none were the wiser.
You were right. That was a story best told over a drink.
All good stories are.
I guess I should get...
I'll see you at the rendezvous.
I wouldn't have it any other way. I hope everybody's ready for this.
Aloy, at least now...
Thanks. You and Aaron seem to be on better...
He may have terrible taste in music. Mocking my tribe. And that ale he keeps raving about isn't half bad. I still plan on beating that stubborn face of his to break...
Try not to hurt him too. Everyone here, if it weren't for Varl...
You know... There was this one night, right before Varl left with you to go to Gemini. He realized I was having trouble sleeping. I was nervous about the mission. To be honest, I think we both were. So, he asked me to join him in Gaia's dome. He brought up this hologram of Earth that you two found back in the Zenith Launch. We sat there, I thought about how Plainsong was just a speck on that great sphere. How every corner of it must be and any fears I had about our I miss him terribly.
I know. I should go.
Before you do,
What is it?
you place this focus in my care. And if I should fall in battle, I'd like you for the both of us.
So,
Make sure you stay alive to do so.
let's just...
So, something else?
I'll be going.
As you wish.
Welcome back, Aloy. Would you like to continue our...
I should be...
I'll be making...
You nervous?
I'd be lying if I said I'm not slightly apprehensive.
The plan will work, if we all focus on our...
Right.
I want you to know I'm glad you're with us, Alva.
Whatever happens, I'm grateful that the legacy brought us together. I never thought I'd get to actually...
Come on, do I look that old? Katalo will protect you.
I'm not afraid. I know Katalo will fulfill his... If we die doing so, at least
I'd rather you both stay alive.
we'll try and keep...
Once all this is over, will you...
I don't know. The more... If I go back, I don't need... Or what they do to me for reading what... Even if I somehow were allowed... Would I be willing to let the truths I've learned about the ants... Would I dare challenge them and risk... Or...
Who's this Federa you met?
We used to be rivals. I hated her guts. But apparently there's a fine line between hate and love. We became very close. She promised she'd wait for me.
Well, that was smart of her.
Yeah, I don't know.
I do. The rest of us should be enough zeniths for you to hack into... But you'll have to be...
What exactly?
I don't know. I need to get...
I'll be at the run. May truthfully...
So, how are we...
I do not know everything that you have planned. All that remains is to follow...
Thank you.
You brought us together. Oh, and by the way, I was hoping now would be a good time to go back to the Tremortusk site and test my new arm, before we leave on our mission.
Right. I'll let you know.
Thank you.
We didn't really get to talk about what happened.
There was nothing more. If he were to knock among the most distinguished of our tribe, when the I will have the Inkers etch his memory on my skin.
I'm sure he'd be... Now that training time is over,
The bulwark, and how we need another miracle.
I'll try not to let you...
I know you will.
I'll see you soon.
It will be.
Just you wait, Varl. We're taking those space lines down.
This place smells wrong. No sand or wind, only cold steel. And the others up there. Your squad.
They can hold their own. As for this base, it may not be what you're used to. But it is a shelter.
Call it what it is. A cage.
You came here on your own.
For the battle you promised. So for now I wait in my cage for your word.
The whole time I've been in the West, I'd at least like to know
You were among the enemy.
why did you do it?
Dorak. Juro. And the Karja pushed into the desert to raid our people. My brother's squad was among the first to but the Karja captured them, strung them up, and burned. It was too late.
So you wanted vengeance?
Vengeance. To tear down the Karjas, hunt down every last survivor, and grind their... But my chief betrayed me.
How did Hikaru... Fashav told me how he became a marshal. He earned it just like any Tenakth.
It was an insult. No Outlander can ever deserve to wear our armor, bear our marks. And then a Karja messenger was brought before us? That's when I knew. I had to run my blade through Hikaru and drag his treacherous corpse to the gates of the Sundom.
What happened when the Karja messenger...
The quivering priest bore a message from their new king. Suddenly the Karja wanted to talk peace. An embassy at a true Tenakth would never their blood exist to be spilled. He showed himself a Karja-loving traitor.
And lost.
His mercy was just... I vowed never to rest until the debt was... So with an army of... The day you got in my way.
The deal you made. Override tech in exchange for an assault on the... How did Silence approach?
That name means nothing. My agreement was with the Osirama Sera and her sons of Prometheus.
So all this time, you didn't even know who you... And you trusted an...
If it was a trick, I would have, but she spoke with the same... And she offered me the chance to... The terror in your enemy's eye. I bet you've...
I don't think so. What about your end of the deal?
Had I killed Hikaru and become chief, these Zeniths would have been the first of the tribe. But because of you, my people will continue to consort with the enemy.
Because of me, hundreds of Tenakth won't throw away their lives. Are you really going to fight along?
I have no reason.
Really?
I failed to kill Hikaru. The Karja remain out of my... All I have left. So show me where to...
All right.
Ever since you got him. But if I'm to... Then it might as well be with the one who...
I'll let you know when it's time. Okay, everyone. I'm at the rendezvous point. It's time to rescue Beta and Gaia.
Understood, Aloy. We're on our way.
Aloy,
Where are the others?
not far behind.
Egghead here couldn't stand traveling with the pack.
Are we all here? Then let's begin.
A tunnel.
An ancient escape route from the ruins on the island. When I realized it ran all the way across the water, I thought it might prove useful to come and go undetected. So I concealed it from the others. Shall we?
I wish there was a less pungent way to get way inside the base.
Agreed.
There's the launch tower. That plane offers a little cover, so the only viable path is through there. There will be Spectres guarding it, and many more can be deployed from those hangars.
All right. Alva, Catalo, get to it.
Where are they going?
Somewhere important. Erend, you're with me. You guys, take the high ground in case we need covering fire.
Tactically sound, I suppose. What will she do?
There's a sensor node nearby. If I hack into it, I should be able to scramble the network and keep you undetected. But not for long.
Then we should proceed.
One more thing. Open up the channel to Beta. Audio only.
Aloy,
We're here, and we're coming for you. You know what to do, right?
as long as you hold up your end.
We will. See you soon.
Be careful.
Let's go.
Get to the launch tower as quickly as possible. I'll do my best to conceal our intrusion.
Beware, Aloy. Spectres ahead.
Company. Follow my lead.
That's what I do.
Machines resistant to fire.
Anytime you're ready. I think there's a cave up there that might get us through that ridge.
Let's climb up to it.
Come on, do I'll follow you in.
Can't use that now.
Are we gonna attack or what?
Could use acid against it. You're becoming hunted.
Get to the launch tower as quickly as possible. I'll do my best to conceal our intrusion.
Beware, Aloy. Spectres ahead.
Company. Follow my lead.
That's what I do.
Machine will take a lot of damage from acid.
I think there's a cave up there that might get us through that ridge.
Let's climb up to it. That's eating at its armor.
You okay?
Yeah. I'll find a way back up.
Down there?
I'm okay. I'll climb back up. You're right.
Find anything?
Yeah.
Aloy, Alva and I are closing in on the regulator.
Keep me posted.
It's creepy in here.
Don't worry. I'll protect you.
I wish I had a glider. I guess I'll find another one.
There's a lot of dead machines on this island.
We killed a great many when we landed here. Their salvage may prove useful to you now.
Another Spectre.
Sneak or fight.
Okay,
You choose.
Shock ammo.
Should we go for it, Aloy?
Quiet breaths now.
What are we waiting?
Aloy's under attack! Cover her!
Firing! Oh, that was a decent shot, I guess.
Better than any Oseram.
Tired yet?
Yep.
With me.
We can take this one,
Maybe something
Aloy!
other
Keep
than
moving!
shock. That Stormbird carcass should get us over the gap.
I hate you. But I guess that dead one.
Hey, you remember the good old days when our only worry was whether Meridian would be destroyed? You know, instead of the whole world.
Oh yeah. Good times. subsided.
Hey, you okay?
Yeah. I'll find a way back up. I'm okay. I'll climb back up. Try using something other than shock ammo.
I'll follow you in.
That's all of them. Let's push on.
Any good loot?
A little. Here, up this rock. We're gonna have to climb around this corner.
I'm trying not to complain.
I can see the way forward. Keep moving.
Going as fast as we can. You alright?
How many Spectres do the Zeniths have?
Acid ammo. More than we want to fight at once, that's for sure. Looks like the others have things under control. Come on, up the slab.
Aloy, Alva and I are in position.
Do it. Blow the regulator.
A moment while I ignite the charges.
Alva and Catalo did their job. Now it's Beta's turn.
Aloy? I think we're in trouble.
Whatever you plan to do to stop those Spectres, you better do it now.
I'm not doing anything. Beta will. She just needs a little time.
Time that we don't have.
Come on, Beta, come on, come on, come on.
What is that?
Our army.
I think you got their attention.
Very clever. You had Beta inject Hephaestus into the base's printer matrix.
Which is faster and more powerful than any cauldron.
Now we can crank out machines to its heart's content. get to the launch tower before this whole place becomes a war zone.
Your maneuver, as clever as it is, means that Hephaestus has escaped containment. It will no doubt flee back to the Cauldron network.
We grabbed it once, we'll get it again.
Or find a way to replicate its functionality, perhaps. The Apollo database.
Aloy, in case we don't make it, I just have one regret.
What is it?
That we had to do all this climbing.
That a big rock might give us a bridge to get up and through.
Gotcha.
I guess not all the Spectres are fighting our machines.
That'd have made it nice and easy. Zoe and Baldy are fighting another Spectre up there.
I think they can handle it. Cassidy, right there, that now.
Gonna attack or what?
It'll do a lot of damage.
Well, should we go for it, Aloy? What are we waiting for? Anytime you're ready. What do you get?
Just some parts. This way.
Big jump. To the right, I think.
And now to the left.
You can get to the launch tower through the hangar up ahead. I'm heading over to join you now. The hangar's in bad shape, but I can see the way in. Hurry, Aloy!
Another one.
Acid ammo
By
could
the
help
blood
you.
of the Ten!
I'll assist you, Aloy. As do I. Got your back, Aloy.
Good work, everyone. Let's go.
Over here, Aloy. This way.
Let's go!
This way, demon! Ah! This is the death I was promised. Go!
May Regala return peacefully to the settlement.
She cared nothing for peace.
Aloy, it's been intense, but Catalo got me to a network node. I'm trying to get in.
Keep at it. We're almost to the tower.
Now we know who's been causing all the fuss. Tilda's little pet.
Silence! Zenith inbound! Can we drop their shields, please?
I'm powering it up. Stay still.
This is pointless! You can't hurt us. Face it, you're worms that ooze through the cracks into our basement.
Silence?
One moment more.
But I might just spare you if you give up Tilda. I think it's safe to say she's forfeited her share of our operation. Permanently.
There.
No? Nothing? Fine. All right, people. Light 'em up! Are we supposed to be scared?
Gerard escape. It won't take long before he preps the shuttle for launch. Then he'll be able to take Beta and Gaia into orbit and onto the Odyssey beyond our reach.
We gotta go through there?
I fail to see another option.
Then we'll carve a path. Ready?
Get to the top and secure Gaia. I'll stop Gerard.
I gotta get to the top of the tower and free Beta.
Aloy, time machine filth! Apologies for that. okay. As long as Alva hurries.
I'm almost into the network!
Just do the best you can. Okay, an elevator. Promising.
You got some unfinished business, little girl. I don't need a shield to take you out.
Trust me, you're gonna wish you had one. Whoa! I can't let him catch me. Still in this fight.
I'm taking you down! Aloy, are you there? I'm on my way to help. Just need to find my way in there.
You're on last!
He's almost... I gotta wait, build up my stamina.
We're not safe over there. Come on now.
Just a little more.
But you're having as much.
I almost forgot what it was like to hurt.
Now we're having fun, right? You okay?
I will be. In time. Go. Rescue your sister. I'll regroup with the others and make sure they're alright.
Looks like the machine's inspectors have almost wiped each other out. What was that?
Aloy, Gerard just activated the self-destruct failsafe on the printing matrix. He's taking control of a number of systems.
Including the lift?
I'm afraid so. He's restricted its access to the top. You'll have to climb from there. I have to go. I almost have him.
Erend? Is everyone all right down there?
Mostly. We're cleaning up the last few specters.
What about the Zeniths?
Dead, I think. Zoe told me you got Eric. Good work.
Yeah. Thanks. I guess only Tilda and Gerard are left then.
Aloy, you there? Listen, I got into the network, but only for a minute before I was shut out. I found a bunch of flight plans and trajectories, as if the Zeniths were planning to leave Earth.
Doesn't make any sense.
I know, but there's more. The files I found have a lot of references to something called Nemesis. Whatever it is, the Zeniths are afraid of it.
Alva? Alva! What's going on here? Maybe Beta can help me figure it out. If she's okay. There. Are you okay? Look, I know you've been through a lot, but you have to help me access the Zenith network. I need to see their files, anything referring to the word Nemesis. Okay. Over there. The systems are down all over the base. I should be able to take advantage of... Yes, Nemesis. Here. There's something in deep space. It's following the Zeniths to Earth. Look. Escape vectors. Alva tried to warn me about this. The Zeniths aren't planning to stay here. It's a machine of some kind. Or a swarm of them. The energy readings are... astronomical. Aloy, I don't think a natural disaster destroyed the Zenith colony on Sirius. This thing did. Earth isn't a new home for them. It's a way station. They're on the run.
I see you've been busy.
And you've been lying. Nemesis, what is it?
It is us. The minds of Far Zenith. Or failed copies of them, anyway. Back on Sirius, some of my peers weren't satisfied with physical immortality. They wanted digital transcendence. A way to upload their minds into any form, organic or mechanical. Nemesis was a failed experiment to that effect. Abandoned, but never erased. An immense database of our memories, emotions, and prejudices left to fester.
And it destroyed your colony?
We didn't realize it had gained sentience until it broke containment. It had everything it needed from our memories. Security protocols, system specs, override codes. It hacked everything before we knew what hit us. Then it took over our printing facilities, allowing it to gain any machine form it needed to wipe us out.
But why?
Imagine being trapped alone for decades with only the twisted echoes of megalomaniacs for company. It hates us for abandoning it to that prison. And now that it's free, it will do anything to destroy us, including denying us a safe harbor on Earth.
The extinction signal that woke Hades. You didn't send it. Nemesis did.
Finally, you understand. And when that failed, it launched from Sirius to finish the job itself. Which is why we must flee to a random planet circling a random star, somewhere it can never find us.
With Gaia. So you can build yourself a new world.
That's the plan. Even now. Earth is finished, Aloy. Nemesis will scour it of life to deny its creators a viable home. But Elizabeth's dream won't die. You'll come with me to the stars. And with Gaia, we'll create a new world. Together. Where that monstrosity could never find us.
What? No.
I loved Elizabeth. More than you could ever know. And I let her stay behind to die with the rest of humanity. A mistake I have regretted for 1,000 years. Now she stands before me again. Not some inferior copy, but her best possible self. So I'm not asking. You're coming with me. It may seem harsh now, but you'll forgive me in a few centuries.
You can't force me, Tilda. Your shield is gone.
I have something better. Spectre Prime, to me.
Take cover! Get to the door! Submit, Aloy. You can't win.
No! I've heard that before.
This Spectre was designed to survive against more than that.
Do some damage. down!
Give up now!
Armor's up!
Target active!
That definitely helps. A few more hits.
I am the only way you get to live, Aloy!
It's over. Lord, you just let me choose.
She tried to take you. And she told you about Nemesis.
So you've known all along.
From Hades, yes. Along with data on how to circumvent the Zenith shields. Everything I did to create the rebel army was based on that knowledge. To reach this place, this moment.
And you couldn't just tell me?
Come now, Aloy. You're the last person to act sensibly in the face of impossible odds. When I learned of Nemesis from Hades, I saw the pieces on the board and how to play them. And in that same moment, I knew it was a game you would never play. That you would interfere and attempt to save the Tenakth. I was correct, to a point. You ruined my plans, but brought your own to fruition. The end result is the same. We're here. And now it's time for me to leave this doomed planet behind. To seize the Odyssey and the Apollo database, and begin a new chapter in my pursuit of knowledge. One with... You can join me if you so desire. You've more than earned your place. Unlike Tilda, I'm extending a polite invitation.
You're going to just take off? And abandon everything? Stay. Help me fight that thing.
Perhaps Tilda didn't adequately define the threat. Nemesis can't be stopped. It destroyed a highly advanced Zenith colony in a matter of hours. What hope does this primitive tribal Earth have? If you brought Gaia, you wouldn't be abandoning life, you'd be saving a seed for a new world. Just as Elizabeth did. It's the choice she made. The sacrifice of all that is for the hope of what might be. If she were here in your place, she would board that shuttle, Aloy.
Found her.
Is she hurt?
Still on her feet.
Thank the Ten.
Goodbye, Silence.
She looks okay.
She looks victorious.
As always.
Aloy. You did it.
Hey, where's he going?
As far away as anyone can go.
Oh. Are you sure?
You're staying.
For a time. You people are going to need all of the help you can get.
Does anyone else need a drink?
Not if it's that ale of yours.
I'd be fine with a nap.
Excellent idea.
I hope it's really over this time.
There's another battle ahead, Elizabeth. Very different than the one you fought. It's not about the distant hope of creating a new world. It's about preserving the one we have. My friends have a new mission. To spread the word and ask for help. They've taken it in stride. I think it's because they've always known what I've only just started to understand. That the people of this world have the strength to fight any battle. The ingenuity to solve any problem. The courage to overcome any obstacle. And the resilience to rise after any setback. As for me, I can't say I'm not afraid. What lies ahead will be harder than anything we've faced before. But I know I can put the fear aside. Because for the first time in my life, I feel like I'm not alone.
This is grown so somber. These words don't seem like mine, but the iron won't subside. No matter what I try. And my raindrops in the flood, in this emptiness, in the storm, if I fall.
What are you up to?
I'm getting a head start on looking for ways to temporarily stabilize the biosphere. We may not have Hephaestus, but I'm sure we can come up with something.
Everything okay, Gaia?
Yes, it is good to be home. Although my heuristic matrix will take some time to reinitialize. I must ensure that all Zenith code has been purged from my systems.
Good idea. Take as long as you need. Making good use of this.
Ugh.